Okay, welcome back to last match of the season. Blood Bowl 2 Legendary Edition Solo League, Eternal League stuff. And we have already seen how exceptionally crappy the AI really are. But let's see what we are up against. We have a contingent, 15 player orc team. 1 goblin, 4 black orcs, 2 blocks there, 4 blitzers with no skills, a troll with guard. Yeah. Over, lots of linemen. So not very skilled, but many players. Only 2 rerolls. Is that something? And we have our team with 2 extra players and 2 guardian that is about to level up. And we unfortunately do not get a double. So guard, almighty low, stand firm is okay, break tackle might be very nice, but I'm going guard here because it's a nice skill. So couple of guards, 1 tackle. Not that we're gonna need it this match. Perhaps the goblin, I guess. 1 mighty blow on a 2 guardian, but we only have 3 players with block and we have 1 player with wrestle. So it's gonna be a bit tough. This. Let's these players around. I'm not going to spend money. And they are getting a 16th player. So another game with a bomber. The AI really likes the bombers.
Ready to play?
Can't really blame them. But the bombers are not very good, especially not compared with the chainsaw. So. The bad stadium. Of course it is. Perfect results. So they are probably going on the offense here, and I'm guessing they are going to field the bomber, which we have to account for. We want our kick piece to be on the pitch. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. We want our wrestle piece to be in the pitch. I don't think they have... No, they don't have any player with frenzy, so fairly safe to put players outside. They are most likely going for fighting anyway, so let's Let's give them some space and see what we can make of this. Actually gonna put out Flora. We have a cat in the background making noise in case that is in here there. So let's put something in here. So if they are coming in fighting, at least they're going to trying to keep us so we're not bunched up too
there
much.
Are all Skaven leagues played in great caverns underground. The teams are backed by the powerful greater clans, so you have Clan Skyer teams, Clan Eshin teams, and so on.
You lost
Okay,
me out
so
Jim, don't talk to me for the
Right.
next few downs.
So I'll put it in the middle here. I'm forgetting that I have kick, not that it really mattered. So yeah, moving one of the Black Orcs back for the ball. Well, if it was a 3 chance of getting it, so I guess that's fine. As you can see, their benches just a tad bit deeper than ours. Putting Bomber that far back is definitely a mistake, especially when you're on the offense. Bomber will never be able to reach any of my players here, because he won't even be able to throw that far, and even if he could, he's running the risk of just failing instead. And it's Whew. that could have been bad. Well, decay, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, he was about to die. He actually has dodge and strength 2. So I'm actually going to start with that. Since I have a chance of taking down Bomber. Didn't put him out of commission, but that's fine. The problem here is that, of course, he has guard piece in the middle. I don't. That can be remedied, so that's fine. So we will hopefully take down the troll. Yes, we did. Let's stay here. Hitting. Move into better position.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
No going for it right now. No, we're just going to make it a bit more difficult for them.
down into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
If they want to clear the players here, that is fine. That will take them a while.
He's coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt.
So again, a bomber that is prone will not be able to utilize their bombs because they are only allowed to throw bombs if they have not moved at all. So taking down a bomber is great.
I've seen mushrooms that look smarter than that.
They are doing a semi-cage, but if they don't clear these players, won't help them. Okay, that's a 2-die against. That's too bad. If that player had failed there, might even have wrestled it down, I would have had an excellent gap to go through there. But instead we are going to see if we can absolutely fail everything here. Yeah. Now I would like to make the blitz with this player, because that means that I get the benefit of tackle, which is why I'm going to hit this Blackrock. And the bits.
This could be fun, especially if the ball holder goes down.
Not good enough.
That's it.
So we have to follow up here, so we keep tackle on the player. That also means that we need to put something on extra on this player, which I don't think we are able to do unless... Oh, I can't get around. So instead we are just going to make sure it's a little bit more difficult for them to do stuff over here.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich. The attacker has an assist. He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
So let's go. So losing our guard piece, the first thing that happened, makes it really difficult to us to fight back against the natural brutality focused play of the orcs. The orcs are... oh, that's the second one in a row. Orcs are a very well balanced team, which is why it's one of the two basic teams that come with a box if you're buying the tabletop version. And it's rated quite easy to navigate. Oh, look here. Guard is a good skill. For the simple reason that okay, you have medium speedy players with several players above strength 3, and you also have several players that start with skills at a reasonable cost, and you have a lot of armor, so it's a good newbie team. So it is a team that if you want to do well, you seldom do badly with orcs. So it's often a good place to start. It's double checking so it's not a dodge roll here. So just putting tackle zones on the players around here before going for the ball.
Yes, the unmistakable sign of a player's eyes rolling up into his head. Out for some time.
Okay. That's a natural 6 on the strength 4 play that I actually really want to score with. So that is nice. Does mean that I have to do something over here though. So let's start with that. I want to push him into the middle. Well, I want to leave the side free. That is the main thing. Unless I get him down, of course. I can't do it from here anyway. So let's see if I can get him down. So, that is nice because that means I can continue moving and get an assist on this piece if I want to take it. Yeah, let's not get a quick, give him a quick throw here. So I would like to free this piece. Nice. More skulls. But as I have said before, kind of have to expect skulls when you are playing Khemri, because it will take quite a while for your players to have skills that gives you a reliable bash game. That is of course quite annoying since you are very reliant on the bash game. I'll stay here to keep more players, tackle zones, and then we'll end turn and see what AI decides to do. I wouldn't be surprised if the AI decides to throw a bomb here. Now within the tackle zone it's even more difficult to throw bombs. And quite dangerous, so he has already used a blitz, so he's not going to blitz my ball carrier now. And with strength 4 it's he needs to use a black orc or have assisted blitzers do it. Yeah, he's gonna throw one. Let's try to use this player.
A prone player is a dead player. Oftentimes at any
Well, fortunately, he failed to hit the ball carrier. Unfortunately, the AI is so stupid that he doesn't use that fact to actually tag the ball carrier. Instead, going for my Tomb Guardian, that was kind of irrelevant. So now I get him giving possibility of just getting away with the ball, which I should not have been given, of course. It's the AI we are talking about after all, so that is 2 die, that should be against, and yeah. I still have a 2 die on the Bombardier, and it's fine.
Gonna get splatted. I'm excited, Jim.
And he's not gonna stop the scoring. So we'll try yeah. I can take that.
Brain versus brawn. Brain wins.
They of course have. It's not difficult for them to reach the ball carrier here. For some reason, they do blitz there and then stop moving. Yeah. Can I say? They need to work on the AI quite a bit. Something I mentioned last match, but of course I had mic off, something I was finding out at the end of stream. There was a YouTuber that gave the AI 6 turns to score with a complement of 11 players against his 11 players, and he had a huddled position in the middle and decided not just to click through his turns, so he didn't do anything with his turns. And yeah, the AI failed to score with that, so that was odd. I'm actually going to try and take this. I have Mighty Blow, and unless I fall down I can score immediately after. So trying to get another piece out. I could try to take out the troll. It's of course more dangerous. Wouldn't be worth it. I'm just gonna stand players up in case I fail to force him to make as many die rolls as possible.
Come on, guys, together.
And I succeeded. That's nice. So let's break armor and take him. No. Okay. Being Khemri, I'm not going to give him the opportunity to stop me here, as well as booting out the bombardier for his eagle weapon. So that is nice. So Bombardier is not sent off. He still has a full complement of almost spare players. And I have my players back, so nothing has happened so far, really, except for me scoring, of course. So again, keeping a setup that is going to work fine. I'm gonna kick as far down as I can and hope it doesn't scatter out. Anything but a roll of 6, it can't scatter that way. So that was a bit unlucky. Don't think it will matter. 3 turns for the AI to score here, and in all likelihood he won't try pass plays, so he will not even be able to get to the end zone here. He's gonna push and shove a bit, I'm gonna push and shove a bit, and then it's gonna be end of the half. Hopefully he doesn't take out too many of my players, and hopefully I can retaliate by taking out some of his. One thing I should change to next half is I'm likely should put those players one step back, because that's a silly position for them to be in case he gets a quick snap, and I should put my 2 players here one step up so he can't give extra assists. And he is injured again. This time it didn't take. It was only a miss though, but that player has not done much. So that's a bit bad. Yeah. Let's stand these players up. Let's see, I really should take down the troll, shouldn't I? Guess taking down a Black Orc is good enough. Yeah. I'm gonna take down a black rock here and see if I can just make life a bit more difficult for him. Again, forcing him to take a lot of blocks if he wants to be able to do stuff. That was a misclick. I intended to move this player up, but I didn't check that the click went through. Such things happen when you are being hasty.
Players arrive to assist their teammate.
Easy to be hasty against the AI. It's only my own fault.
This is going to be decisive.
That do basically nothing. He'll have 2 die against over here. He'll have a 2 die over here. And now he will have 2 die over here if he wants it. That's about it. Oh, of course he can put... yeah, he can go for a skeleton instead. So I'm just gonna try and take down his troll here to be able to get breathing room, pushing it back, making it use the blitz move if he wants to utilize it is also fine. I get more blocks in this way, especially when I manage to take him down.
It reminds me of the famous story of Nurgling and the Great Unclean One. But this time, no miracles.
I might as well use it here. See, where is my tackler? Tacklers. Here. Oh, here we have. So he's on the wrong side. Oh, never mind then.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
We'll stand still, it's fine.
One of them should hit harder next time.
And I'll go for the goblin. Because he's the, if I take him down, he's the most likely to get hurt. Not that he did. But that is fine. Oh, they're going to try and hit something here last turn of the first half. That means they will have probably one more block. Can't do much over here. No, they decided against it. So they have given me 3 blocks. That's nice. We'll start by... Let's start by hitting one of the blitzers.
Approximately the same size as his entire opponent.
Let's go down both of us then. So that didn't do anything. Half time, I'm out of Tomb Guardian for this and next game.
They're down a player.
It's not great, but I can live with it.
The best defense is a good offense.
And now we are on offense. I really want to take out that troll. He has given me extra blocks though. So let's see. Oh, we have 2 players out with Sunstroke. That's not good. And they are strength players as well. They have 4 out. Of course they had 4 reserves. So we are 1 player down then. Okay. Let's see. So we have 1 for the troll. 1 for the troll, 1 for the black orc, and then we can hit this dude, the player that's left. We have this. Yeah. I guess I should put points on the other thrower as well. So I'll move him back and be primary ball carrier. I'll have a couple of defenders.
Fantastic.
And
What was
I
that, Jim?
What, Bob?
think we'll...
Fantastic thing.
Oh, I'm just trying to introduce a catchphrase. My agent says it will help the future.
I'll utilize that they have given an extra block here. I'll try to ignore this side. So... shall we all matter? So much for not going on this side.
A loose ball is a danger.
You can screen there,
Player
that's
needs to
fine.
secure it, and fast.
We'll try to
This
take
player
out
likes
this
to be well
player
assisted.
first. What's this? Mighty blow for the
It's
troll.
about to get punched above and below the
Doesn't do anything
at the same
and
time.
to get it down.
This is going to be decisive.
Hitting a black orc. Same deal. In this case I actually don't want to
They're gathering around that lone
don't
player.
want to follow up and put myself into contact. Because it doesn't benefit me. Right. I'm going to try and pick up the ball before the blitz.
Pick up the ball.
And
And
he
it's more
managed to do
difficult
it.
than it seems.
It's nice. Here. Of course not what I want to do. I can do it like this. Leaves me a bit vulnerable here in the middle, depending on
Sounds like
how
a good
this goes.
old-fashioned fight.
Get an extra
The
block
attacker
out of
has an
it.
assist. Keep pushing.
Yeah, no, I'll keep him there to force him to make a decision about this blitzer. The bad part about this is that I have left my remaining guard piece in a troublesome position. One thing can be said about putting up defensive the defensive play by not putting the Tomb Guardians on the line. If you have 3 skeletons they put on line and you have Tomb Guardians 1 or 2 spaces back, you have less hits on the Tomb Guardians, and if they follow up, the Tomb Guardians will hit on the players following up. They will get hits in, which is a bit safer and something I would probably recommend using against human players. So in this case, they have decided that sure, let's just give this player to the opponent, and I don't mind if I do. Well, go try and take this player down. I'm actually gonna follow up here.
Hoping to get the knockdown next time.
Now this is risky maneuver because if I fail here, I run the risk of exposing. But that is good enough.
You know, a fence may solve this problem.
So that is, now we have even the field,
Just a thought.
or even the pitch, I guess. They are very heavy on this side, but not quite enough for me to do anything about it. So I just move up on this side. I think I forgot to move this player last turn. Yeah, should be fairly safe there. I need to move another player up here, but I'm planning to do so. Yeah, I'll move this player up here. Stand this player up. Blitz from here.
Go, big guy. Trample all over him.
Nope. It's fine. They basically can't get through now. From the front, I guess they could get through on the side, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, nope. Well, yes.
Nothing better than hitting someone smaller than you, Jim.
Not interested in lying down right now. So,
Sometimes the dog wins the fight.
go.
Not this time.
I'm not gonna hit with this player. I want him standing. If in case I fail here, I open up too much ground. This way he's forced to do offensive moves, and with a stupid troll that is going to be difficult for him. And since he moved into middle to make as many hits as possible, and since the troll was stupid, I am now able to surf this dude and just go nuts in moving up here. So these can be my sacrificial, what, lambs, not correct correct term for it since they're skeletons, but
He won't leave him alone.
sacrificial dust puppies. Yeah, that sounds about right. And yes, we'll wrestle here. If this had been an early move on his part, I probably would not have wrestled, since his player did not have block. Then that way I would have ended his turn prematurely. In this case though, might as well try and save my player as much as possible. Fortunately, I'm gonna leave this player behind
The fans seem very
to be able to take his out. I can either ignore the troll or go for troll. I think I'm better off ignoring. Oh, I can't really reach the other players though. He can go over there. Get a 2-9 over here, that's successful. Of course, the stupid troll doesn't exert any tackle zones, which means it's in effect not anything at all. Well, I'll just make a screen here for a troll, and then I'll have the opportunity to take away the other
holding maneuver, if ever I saw one.
Other dangerous player. Now, if he wants to move the troll for blitz, he really needs to put another player into contact with it first, because a troll without another player in contact with it can only act on a 4+, being very stupid and all. Now this is the AI, so he might to try it anyway. But that is also one thing you can do against orcs. You can try and keep the trolls separated. Yeah. So for instance, here you decided to blitz without getting player into contact, and normally that would have wouldn't have been a problem since you rolled 3, but in this case, no such luck. Very stupid, kicks in and take a beating down here, but I'm able to get the ball closer to the end zone. Here is my dilemma. If I score now, I run the risk of Sweltering Heat doing something awful. I currently do not have a numerical disadvantage. Actually have one up, but I have players that is lying down doing nothing but taking beatings. So I don't want to procrastinate too much. I would like to hurt some people, but it doesn't look like it's very likely at the moment. This is the play. I have an opportunity to make the correct player in quotation marks score. So I'm going to try and do that. Because that player will skill up. I manage it. This player will get into range for a skill up if he's getting the MVP. It's never something you should bank on. Oh yeah, he's still stupid. What about that? Hold on, that makes things easier. So I'll make a screen here. Hopefully I won't embarrass myself.
Wearing perfume, Jim.
No, it's
But hitting here.
very different
Oh,
from
that's
perfume
fine.
bomb. You like it? It's called. Sorry.
Ooh, this SPP is for the Tomb Guardian. That is nice. That means he's at 11. So 1 MVP, and that is 1 Happy Tomb Guardian. And I'm guessing we are just putting this player against the troll here. Ooh. Handoff attempt. Of course, it's only 50-50. Succeed 75% with the reroll. No.
Oops.
So this is against a human opponent. I would think extra carefully before trying to hand off the ball with Khemri. I think I've said it before and I'll say it again, because it's just so unlikely to work the way you want it. Yeah, let's wrestle. Let's not get taken down while the opponent's standing up. That's for several skulls, by the way. So another failed really stupid roll. Still do not have a player that handles him. Another player on the pitch. Okay. So there is actually run the risk of not run the risk of them getting to the ball here, so I'm just gonna make it a tad bit safer. I'm then gonna try and use
Will the big one manage to lay out
my
an
mighty
opponent of
blow
half his
for
strength?
something good.
With arms like 3
No.
trunks. There was only going to be one result in that spat.
I see no reason to stand these players up. See no reason to do anything with this player. Would like to blitz, of course. Don't know if it's worth it. No. Let's just try and pick up the ball and hope it. When I inevitably fail, let's hope I do not scatter out the side. I'm actually gonna give myself. I'm gonna use my last reroll here, and that worked. So yeah, let's just score and play it out here.
This looks like the end. They can't catch up such a big gap.
So we have they have 4 players coming back. I have 2, and how many? Let's take it out. 1 skeleton on my part. And that
So,
was
none of the
actually
knocked out players seem to have awoken in time
that was
for
all.
the next down.
Okay.
That must be
So I am down. No, down 0 players. They are down
Despite being in the lead, this team now has to kick the
0
ball to
players,
the
obviously,
losing squad.
since they have spares. And in this case, let's see. I have a wrestle dude. You can go stand there. I have a skeleton that is fodder. I have thrower that I don't want to put into harm's way. Oh, wait, that is a wrestler. That is the kick player. And it was the skeleton that just leveled up that is out with a heat stroke. Skeleton with a heat stroke. So I'm gonna put the Tomb Guardian, and I have a Tomb Guardian that just fine with it since he is after all 0 SPP. So I'll put 2 buttons there and there. Bit more difficult over here. Okay, stand there, that's fine. You can stand over there. And let's confirm and see what he does.
Hey, Jim. How many halflings does it take to change a candle in a lantern?
Well, they're very short, so maybe quite a few.
My experience, it takes 6. 1 to change the candle, and 5 for me to eat.
Get up or
And
get off the field.
that's a rock to the face. No harm done, he's still on the pitch. Now, Sweltering Heat can hit, but will of course hit both teams just as likely. But deeper bench you have, the more likely you are to not be down players, obviously. Which means that the bashy teams that usually have deeper benches as well tend to fare better. So with that in mind, Sweltering Heat should be quite fine for Khemri. But the problem is that you have certain key players, namely the Tomb Guardians and your Blitzra, and in some respect your Froras. And especially if the Blitzras and Froras are taken out with Sweltering Heat, you have no ball handlers at all. And that is when it becomes a problem, a real problem. So normally you do not want to see Sweltering Heat as a Khemri team.
Overrated. There's always room in sport for a scrap like this.
So that is another strike for the weather effects. So the more I think about it, the more likely I am to just get that dome. So if I end up without, I guess I can't take him down, can I? No, I can't. Well, I can, but I'll go down myself. So the more I think about it, the more likely I am to get the dome and keep the weather effects out of play. Now, I'm not a proponent of the stadium enhancements because they are not in the tabletop rules, and some of them are really silly and some of them are just a nuisance, but none of them are really
Come on, guys.
fun. Well, I guess there's one of them that is fun, and that is the one that gives you what is it? It's cheaper star players. That's kind of fun because it gives you you can get some fun players that way. But other than that, none of them are really fun. So that is why I don't understand why they put them in. For some teams, they are outright detrimental. Well, they're not detrimental to the teams themselves. They make the teams immensely much better, and that is always a problem. No, that didn't want to. Okay, I didn't see that dude. the dwarf teams, giving each team a bribe, for instance, which is one of the possible things. That is huge for dwarves especially, because that means that they can go for a death roller and they can use it for 2 drives, and that is huge. Strength 6, 7? I think it's 6. Strength 6 player. That, of course, it has no hands, but that doesn't really matter. You're using it to try and just wreak havoc for as long as possible. So I mean, it's really awesome for dwarf team, and it makes dwarf team so much better, because death rollers are inconsistent at best. But if you have it guaranteed for 2 drives, you can actually feel it on defense, for instance, and that is nice. Suddenly you have equivalent of a big guy, and it's even stronger than most big guys on a team that doesn't really need big guys. I mean, they have block on every player except 2. Yeah, runners don't have block, but they usually get block immediately. So I mean, they usually have block on all players very soon, because the runners are the players that are scoring first, usually. And then you have a slow team with block on everything, with high armor value, and they are annoying, but they have strength 3 on everything. And strength 3 is not that great. Especially against orcs, for instance. Orcs don't care much about... they're not that scared about dwarves. So... But with a strength 6 player in the mix that has multi-block, but that doesn't mean much. Yeah, the dwarves are suddenly much more dangerous. So let's get some hit-ins. You are strength. You're black orcs, so I need to hit you. Well then, you are going. You are going there. You are hit this dude. That is enough.
At the same time.
Give an assist because the troll has guard, which means that I need to take out this player before I can do anything else. And then knock that player down. I can get 2 die on troll. Let's go down together. Their last turn, and they have no players in scoring range. They're probably gonna move the ball down pitch anyway. That does not matter. They are not likely getting hit in with a troll because he was knocked down. So they're gonna hit this player because I can move him out of the way. Doesn't matter. They might give an assist down here or hit with Black Orc. That's either way is fine. They might just... It's this dude. The Blitzer, that's probably their best option right now. But it doesn't really matter.
Up close and personal, Bob.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Another stunned skeleton. And... Oh, they take one die. Do nothing.
The domino effect in
That gives him a 1 die. 2 die, actually. Nope. Wouldn't it be typical if we have a dead Tomb Guardian last thing we see? No, we have a knockout. That doesn't matter. So, a knockout Tomb Guardian and end of match, and we went 7-0 for the first season. Whoopie-doo! That was honestly to be expected. I do not understand really why you get coach levels for this. I mean, it's... oh, thank you. It's not like it's hard, but you can basically farm coach level for this really easily. And what do you know? The Tomb Guardian that has Mighty Blow actually got the MVP, and we have 2 skill ups for the next season. That is nice. Victory! You can now have a part in join the new competition. Join a new competition for winter. So okay, we have the winter championship that gives no rewards, just gives you another season to play. It has kickoff events, impact of enhancement. I don't know what that means. Competition settings. Okay, I don't know what that means. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. So that will give us nothing except experience points.
How's the missus, Bob?
To be able to go in here, we need a level 3 stadium. We can get to level 3, I guess. I think we have the money for it. Could always be fun. And then we have the Chaos Cup. And of course, since we managed to win, or win first or second place in the last event, we have the opportunity of entering the Chaos Cup. So why not do that? So that's wrong. Oh, Chaos Cup use ticket.
Ready for a league match, Bob?
Well, I never really understood what a league is, Jim. But I'm always ready for a...
Before we do anything else, we look at the team roster. We see that we will be out one of our Tomb Guardians, which is annoying, but we will have another Tomb Guardian that will have Mighty Blow and hopefully block. No. So Mighty Blow, guard, not the best of combinations. Mighty Blow, break tackle, it's fine, then we can go where we want to. Grab, not bad. Juggernaut if we want to use him as blitzer, which might be interesting. But stand firm is defensive skill. Break tackle isn't that bad really, but no, we lost our guard piece. Let's put another guard piece on the pitch. We have a skeleton. Watch him roll double sixes. Oh, normal skill. So, what do we have in normal skill access here? Kick. We have a kicker. Tackle. No, I won't pick tackle on him over over block. Wrestle, we already have a wrestler. I don't think we need it. Fend, nice defensive skills after you have picked wrestle usually, or block. Wrestle can be used offensively, of course. Wrestle combined with tackle means that you are likely to take the ball carried down. Of course, on a skeleton movement 5, it's not great. So it's either block or dirty player, you have the opportunity to make him really cheap fouler, and fouling is usually a good choice for a Khemri team. You need to take players out to be able to win. Fouling is another way to take important players out. Normally I would go for block if it was a human league, because I like to have players that can hit. But we're talking about skeleton, we're talking about against AI, and dirty player is always fun. So let's have a dirty player. We are of course going to spend 80k at least here. I can get another skeleton just to cover for a Tomb Guardian. Dirty player becomes better if you have a deeper bench. Don't really want to spend money on a skeleton. And it looked like it was I think it was a pretty newbie team that we were facing, and the AI to boot, so no, I'm not going to get a deeper bench right now. There was also the option of buying an upgrade. For instance, upgrade to stadium level 3. I can actually spend 200k to get to level 3, and then I have options of more tournaments in single play mode. That's kind of interesting actually. Then I won't have any spare cash for when I inevitably start losing players. I could buy an enhancement, and it's the Magician's Dome we have been discussing. What the hell, I'll buy the upgrade. Get stadium level 3. Again, probably wouldn't do this ever. So we are going up Khemri against Khemri. They will have a Tomb Guardian with guard, and that's it. 2 throw Ras, 2 blitz Ras, skeletons, newbie team with 1 skill up. So they will have quite a bit of inducements against us. That is fine, I guess. But that will be next time. So, if you made it this far, thank you for the first season of the solo play. I'll see if I'll get around to do the second season at all. It all depends on the time I get, and if I get some real humans to play with me instead, because that's much more fun. Of course, we are waiting for Shadow to come back from the States, and then he'll probably pick up the league, and that will be much more interesting. But in the meantime, I'll see what I'll do. So for now, thank you for watching, and bye.